All right, guys. So Andrea Rosser here, super excited to get into our advanced getting started training. And as we may have known, this is designed kind of when you're ready to take your business to the next level. So you might already be golden ultimate, you're starting a team, all of that. And we're going to walk through what you're going to be doing with those teammates. But maybe when you're looking at this, you're going to say, wait, I need this for me. Either way, it doesn't matter. We're just going to help you kind of go to the next level. So, this is what I call the brand partner timeline. And my goal with everybody that I personally enroll, I try to walk them through these steps kind of at this time. Some people are going to do it a little bit faster, some people a little slower. It doesn't make a difference, but this is kind of the order that I am going to do things. So, first of all, the minute that they get started, so they're enrolled, I am going to hopefully in person, but at least on Zoom, I am going to train them on boards. So I recommend sending them. I'm going to show you this right here. Let's get started. I send them this link to allow them to have some, and I'll show you guys that again in a second, to have them have some time to get boards installed on their phone because it can be incredibly intimidating for someone if you're sitting there staring at them while they're installing the app and trying to figure out how to get it all set up on their phone. So I'll send that link and then I'll say, let me know as soon as you have it up and you see the little gold star. When you have that, then we're ready to train. Okay, so that's my process. And then I'm going to go make their first post with them. That is the hardest post for anybody to make. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So I am actually reading, oh, can you, no, it's not, it's magic. It doesn't exist. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I am reading this book right now, and it's by Mel Robbins. I don't know her official title and don't know a whole lot, but I know she's got a podcast. She's everywhere on the internet. You can find her anywhere on social media. And she talks about a time in her life when she was broke and desperate, and she needed to be building a business. And it took her 2 years to post about it on social media. 2 years when all of her mentors, everybody were telling her, go do it, go do it. So we know that putting out that first post can be incredibly intimidating for somebody. It was scary for me, right? Scary for anybody. So, what we want to do with our new person is hold their hand. So, what I like to do is that first post, I might even take their picture, right? And I'm going to help them craft the verbiage for that first post, and we're going to make it. And then, if they are in professional mode, I'm going to schedule their first week together. And I might even remind them, hey, did you go comment? Did you go do the things that you need to do around your post to grow engagement so that they are on track to be making income? Okay. Then I'm going to make sure that they're in Partner Conation. I'm going to make sure that they're on Telegram, and I'm going to make sure that they're plugged into the IPA Zoom Monday through Friday as much as they can. So that's when they first get started. Then, when they start selling boxes, this might be the first day. Okay. But when they start selling boxes, I'm going to walk them through the customer conversion process so that they know, week one, well, one, that they're going to include me in their three-way text messages. And then what the follow-up looks like for week one, week two, how we're going to connect with that customer to do a Zoom, week three, week four. So they feel comfortable and equipped to go communicate with their customers as they have them. Then, as soon as they're ultimate, I'm going to go make sure they can get paid. So their subscription better be on because I don't want them to lose a paycheck. So we're going to go in there and we're going to look. I'm going to make sure that they have their direct deposit set up so that paycheck hits their account. And then I'm going to show them how to leverage their orders in the future so that they can earn the maximum amount with that new volume bonus. And then as they're starting a team, I'm going to show them what to look at. Where do I place people? How do I know where to place somebody? How do I know who's following the system of growth? How do I know who to love on, who to brag on? So I'm going to show them all of these things. So with that, we're going to go, well, first we're going to show how we get everything installed. So if you are on my board, it's going to look like this. If you're on a different board, it might look a little bit different, but you should see kind of a block that says something along the lines of start here. And inside here, it's going to have links for boards, for Telegram, for Partner Nation, for Circle of Health, like, and some little tutorials on how to use each step. We're constantly upgrading this and improving it. So you might see some changes, especially coming up relatively soon here, but all the same gist will be in there. So the minute I enroll somebody, I'm going to send them this, say, go work through it. It's going to take you about 30 minutes and then we can talk. Okay. After that, once they're ultimate, I'm going to make sure their subscription is set up. And sometimes people can get a little, we're going to say overwhelmed trying to figure out what is my qualifying week? What color? What does that mean? Just know it really does spell it out for you. So if you're on your phone, you're logged into your back office, you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see a little colored circle and it's going to say your qualifying week. This person was green. Okay. So just remember that green. If you think you're going to forget, take a screenshot and then you can go look at the screenshot so you'll know it's there. Then you are going to go and hit subscribe. So again, this is just on your phone. I like to do it on a computer because I have middle-aged eyes, so it's easier for me to see, but I'm looking for this little purple truck. Okay, I'm going to click on that. And if I don't have a subscription, it's going to say set up a new subscription. If I have one, it's going to say manage. If you already have one, make sure you're editing it and you're not adding an additional one. You might want 2 subscriptions in a month. I'll tell you, I just want one, and all of my other orders I'm going to place under somebody else so I get paid more on it. We can talk more about that in a minute. But what I want to look at is my run date. So if this color matches this color, I know I'm good. All right. If this was purple, I'd go oopsie daisy and I would fix my week. But it's going to tell me when I go to set it up. So I'm going to go shop. I'm going to put whatever in my cart. I recommend a superfood and renew. So I personally don't get drops in my subscription because I order those in bulk as I'm selling them, so I get them cheaper. So I'd rather order them in bulk and pay, less amount for it. And then I subscribe to the other products that I want because I use all of them, right? There you go. So I'm going to look, it's going to tell me don't miss out. Make sure it matches your color week. So I'm going to click on the little date. A drop down menu is going to show up. Oh, here's the green one. I'm going to click on the next green one. Okay, the closest green one to where I am today. Now, if I go to August or September and click that green, well, I will have missed 2 months of pay. So I want to do 4 weeks from right now, or 4 weeks from when I enrolled. Now, with that, sometimes people can go, I had 2 subscriptions this month. Guess what you also had? 5 paychecks. Okay. So if we have a 5-week month, you might have 2 subscriptions in that same month. So like this blue person, well, they didn't quite. They're actually in 2 different months. But sometimes that will happen. So just know our subscriptions run on a 4-week cycle, and that allows us to get paid every single week. So we're grateful for that. That is a good thing. So that's how you're going to set up your subscription. Now, next is your direct deposit. And again, we're going to log into our back office. And on the left-hand side, you're going to see a little menu. If you click the drop-down menu, you're going to see My Money. Okay, this is my favorite part of the back office. So we're going to click on My Money and we're going to go down to PartnerCo Pay. Okay, so we're going to click on that. We go open this up and we're going to see all kinds of stuff in there. Just know this is banking, so it's important. You're going to have to submit and save and confirm because we really want it in your bank account. So I'm going to focus here on PartnerCo Pay. You will need to get your social in here before you make about $600. So I'd recommend doing it at the same time. Just go grab and put your information in there. But we're going to click on PartnerCo Pay. I'm going to click that plus sign, easy for me to say, and I'm going to go to direct deposit. And I want this money to go directly to me, so direct deposit. And then how much of your paycheck do you want? I want all of mine. I think you want all of yours too. So make sure that this says 100%. That's the number one thing I will see with people. They'll go, oh, I didn't get paid today. And I will go look in there and this says 0. They didn't confirm that they wanted their paycheck. They told it 0%. And don't worry if that ever happens. PartnerCo's not going to rob you. The next week you will get the 100% and it'll include the week before, but we want you to get it now. We don't want you to wait. So you're going to put 100%. You're going to enter in all of your banking information. You're going to hit save here, and then you're going to scroll down. And at the bottom of the screen, there's going to be another option to confirm that it says 100%, and then you're going to save again. So it'll actually be submit and then save. Okay, so just know, check your info, make sure you don't get your banking account number wrong. Again, if you do, it's going to stick with PartnerCo. We'll call customer support and they will get it into your account, but just make sure that your information is done properly in here as best you can. Now, the next thing that I will hear from or hear about all the time, the number one question is, how do I know where to place the next person? Okay, I'm just getting started. I don't know how to, where to look. So that's what we're going to talk about now. Again, my money, good part of the back office. And then we're going to go down to volume. Okay. And that's going to open up a report that's going to look something like this. Okay. You might have 3 lines, you might have 4 lines, you might have 5 lines, but you're going to see multiple lines and one is going to be pink. So we're going to call it red. Okay. It's kind of more pink than red, but we're going to call it red. Red means stop. Now, what am I stopping here? I'm stopping placement here. That's it. I'm still going to work with these people. I'm going to still grow with these people. I still get paid via match pay of all of these people and multiple other ways in the comp plan, but I'm going to focus on growing my smaller line. Okay. So this is going to be considered your power line. And your smaller line is going to be considered your pay line. And so when I have somebody new to place, I'm going to place them in my pay line. Okay. Now, where inside that pay line, we'd have to go look at your tree, but I'm going to say the bottom of your tree in whatever line is your pay line. Okay. And there is some strategy that we can do there. I personally grow straight down in one line. And when somebody else grows, like I'm going to grow the trunk. So let's say I enroll Alan and then Shannon and then Melody and then Nancy, then I'm going to enroll Alan and then Shannon will be placed directly under and then Melody and then Nancy. And so I'm building the trunk. Your job is to build the branches. So Alan, when he personally sponsored, he'd be building out his other line. Melody personally sponsored, she's going to build out her other line. Nancy, she personally sponsors, she builds out the other line. So if I'm growing and placing underneath you, I build the trunk, you build the branches, okay? But we're going to focus right now, my personals are going to go into this line 1. Okay, now this report actually tells me other information as well. Maybe I don't know who to work with. I'm like, who is following the system? Who's growing? Who can I help? Well, I can click on these and it's going to give me great information. So if I click on that, it's going to open up to a report. And I'm going to sort it by regular versus auto ship because I love my subscriptions. They're fantastic and I want all of them. But I'm going to focus on those regular orders because that shows me what's really going on with the team and, kind of how things are growing. Okay. And so with that, I'm going to sort by order type, but I'm going to look at this PV because that is key for what's going on. What am I looking for? I'm doing some math. I am looking for multiples of 208. Why? 4 packs. I'm looking for multiples of 500. Why? 10 pack. 1,000, that's a couple 10 packs, or 1,500, because that could be a 30 pack. That is what I'm looking for. Because if I see some wonky numbers, I'm not mad about it, but I am going to be curious and I'm going to see what's going on. So right here with Aretha, that's a great example. So if I click on this, if I click on the details, I can actually see what this order is. Okay. And I can see that they ordered 11 boxes of drops. That's great, right? That's great. Except they got a discount on 10 and they, got the bulk pricing and then they paid more for that 11th. So I'm going to call her. I'm going to love on her. Congratulations, you're growing. Hey, just a tip for next time. When you get that 11th order, hold it for a couple days. Let's see if we can get a 12th and a 13th, because then you can order a 4-pack and that's going to be the first big chunk of a discount, right? So I'm not going to reprimand her. I'm going to love on her, but I'm going to offer a little bit of guidance because that's going to help them have more success, save a little bit of money. Everybody loves that. Okay. Now, the other thing that this report's going to see, and I want you guys to notice here, compare their names. So Whitney, Whitney. Okay. This is probably Whitney's order. Kate, Josh. Hmm. That'd be a weird email for Kate to have if it's Josh Smith. So I'm going to kind of jot this name down because most likely this person is ordering and placing under Kate. So this is the one that I need to brag on, and we're going to talk about in a minute. This is the one that's probably growing, not necessarily Kate. So I just want to know that. I want to make sure. And then again, Aretha matches, so that's okay. So that's just what I'm going to look at in my volume report. I'm going to make some notes so I kind of know what's going on. And then I'm going to look at the striking distance. So this is the next report that I'm going to look at to see what's going on in my organization, so I make sure that I'm helping everybody and everybody's getting what they need from me. So I'm going to click on striking distance report. It's going to open up and I'm going to sort by the week. Now I do this every Wednesday, so I'm always looking at week 3. If you've never done this before, you got to start with week 4 and then work your way back. Why do I like week 3? Gives me 10 days to get them wherever they need to go. Okay. If I do week 4 on Wednesday, I only have 2 days, right? So I want to make sure that I can get them where they need to go. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of time. I think 10 days, even if they're at 0, is plenty of time to get them all the way to ultimate. So that's why I focus on week 3. But I'm going to grab a piece of paper. You guys already on that paper, I already have Josh. So this is under the heading of people ordering under somebody else. Then I'm going to have a heading of ultimate. And then I'm going to have a heading that says not there yet. Okay. So under ultimate, I'm going to put Madonna. She's ultimate already. She's a rock star, right? Then we've got Tina. She's elite. She lacks 192 PV. So I'm going to put her on the not yet, and I'm going to put a little 192 maybe in a circle so I know what she's lacking. And I'm going to write that down. Whitney needs 424. Olivia's ultimate. Stevie is more than ultimate. So I'm actually going to jot her down as somebody I need to make sure that I tell her how to place that volume under somebody else so that she's getting that extra new volume bonus. So she's going to get her own little category. But again, 500, 500, Kate 424, Aretha 500. I'm going to write that down. Now, why am I doing this? A couple of reasons. One, they want to maximize their pay, right? But 2, I'm a selfish little turtle. If all of these people go maximize their pay, where does that volume go? Under me. It's my business, right? So this is a win-win. We are so rewarded by helping our team. So when I call Tina and I'm like, Tina, congratulations. Do you realize that you are already elite? That you might not know, but you activated, so you earned 15%. Then you went all the way to business and you earned 20%. Then you went to elite and now you're at 25. And if you do just 192 PV more, you're going to be ultimate. You will earn 30% new volume bonus for life. Would you like my help with that? And they're like, well, I actually have 4, I need to order 4 drops anyway. They're there. Or they say, well, yeah, would you be willing to do, something to help me? Absolutely. Let's go do a Facebook Live and we'll share our stories together, right? I'm going to offer, I'll come over. We can do a little party. Let's grab some people at your house. So we can pre-sale because then we'll need to order whatever. I'm going to go support them, offer my help to get them to where they want to go. But I got to ask them, right? If I tell them the benefit. If I could help you get there, would you want it? Right? And that's what we're going to focus on right here with Golden Ultimate. And so that's going to lead me to some phone calls that I've got to make. Okay. So those are the columns that we were talking about. So anyone that's in week 3 that's not ultimate, I'm calling, I'm celebrating where they're at. I'm telling them the benefit of the next business level or getting all the way to ultimate, and I'm seeing if they want my help with it. Okay. So we're just enthusiastic cheerleaders. Next is anybody that went ultimate and I haven't met them. I haven't congratulated them. We've never had a conversation. I am calling them to brag on them. And I'm going to make sure that they know next order, we are going to place under another new person so that you get to take advantage of that 30% new volume bonus. So let me know how you want to do that. And I will ask them, like, tell me a little bit about your business. Are you shipping most of your boxes? Are they local? And if they say they're local, guess what I'm going to do? Can I come over? You want to do an event, right? About 2 weeks from when your droppers start, it's a great time for us to get together and have a little drop talk, have a customer appreciation event. You want me to do it? They've got 30 boxes out in their community. That would be a great party, right? So I'm going to offer that to them. And then anybody that's placing orders on some under somebody else or maybe needed training on that, that's going to be a third phone call group. I'm going to brag on them. I'm going to love on them. I'm going to offer a party, right? And I'm going to just see how I can help take their business to the next level, which allows us to talk a little bit about those drop talks. Um, these can be online. They should be in a living room. You don't need to rent a space. You don't need to worry, oh my gosh, my house is too small. My house is too big. My house is too whatever. Your house is your house. People want to come to it. We're nosy. I want to know what Marsha's living room looks like. That's important to me. So I want to be invited over to her home. So that's going to help improve your results of getting people there. But really, what I love to do is I just want to get people over and celebrate them. So you get your droppers, and we're going to just come brag on them. You don't need a top leader. Just get together, have somebody else there to support you, either online or in person. And what are we going to show? The same customer conversion slide deck that's on boards. Same thing I do in every single Zoom, same thing I do in every single customer event. We show the same dang thing, and it absolutely works. So we just want to support our team by getting together. So that was our advanced getting started. So I'm going to stop that share again. We're going to stop this.